showtime.
It's showtime. And here we go.
Welcome into another episode of the Movie Geek Podcast. I'm your host, George T., and it is Thanksgiving Day. And happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what your favorite Thanksgiving movie is. There aren't many themed Thanksgiving movies. I mentioned this last year in season 1 when I did the Thanksgiving Day special. There's not a lot of them. So, quickly I will go through just a list of a few movies that you should watch as a family. And again, a lot of these, when you look up Thanksgiving Day movies, a lot of them have Christmas in there as well. We're just trying to focus on Thanksgiving because there's so many Christmas movies, and I've got an episode or two about Christmas movies at the end, just as a programming note as well. When we get closer to Christmas, I will be taking a week off in between Christmas and New Year's, getting ready to do my 2026 movies that I'm looking forward to, all of the award shows, trying to get all of that. So I will not be posting that week. So, but I know that's far away, but we're going to get through that. Also, some news in before we get to the box office report. They have started filming Jumanji 3. Saw the post on Instagram. Sony is making another one. We kind of knew they were going to, and it is finally here. So that is good news. Alien fans, Alien Earth is going to get greenlighted for season 2, so there is another positive. So if you were a big fan of Alien Earth, or you saw the episode on Alien Earth at the time, there was no renewal, but it has now been renewed. Also, the big news is yesterday, the first 4 episodes of Stranger Things dropped. I will do a review for next week of the first 4 episodes for you. I know I usually kind of wait until the end to watch everything. Like, I'm waiting to do a whole one on Welcome to Derry, which has been getting rave reviews from everyone, and I can't wait to share that with you as well. And yeah, this is going to be a quick episode, so let's get to the box office report. So, obviously no surprise at number 1, but let's get to the 5th one. Rental Family is number 5 at $3.3 million. I figured this had a chance to make the top 5. Brendan Fraser, as I said, is looking at a Oscar nom, and I would be surprised if he does not get one, to be honest. And I'm going to try to see this weekend. So I'll have a review for it next week. Number 4, Running Man, has fallen all the way to number 2. At the present moment, well, it made 5.8, but at the present moment, it looks like it might be a dud, a bomb, because it is not close to making its budgeted money. So, look, as I said in my podcast, it wasn't better or it wasn't worse than the original one. It is what it was, an action film with a little bit of a heart, and I thought everybody in the movie was good. Again, there's a lot of little plot plot holes that, or things I just didn't understand. But again, I didn't read the book either, so as I said. Number 3 stayed the same. It is Predator Badlands at 6.2. So that is hanging strong. Again, Predator, good news. as Alien Earth has gotten a season 2. Again, we're going to build probably to an Alien versus Predator. I did see an interview with the creator of Predator Badlands, and he said that it looks promising as long as his next Predator movie does well, and Aliens continues to grow. Again, with Romulus sequel coming out and Alien Earth season 2, it looks promising, and I gotta think it's going to be a lot better than the original too. And number 2, slipping out of the number 1 spot, making $9.1 million, is Now You See Me, Now You Don't. This continues to be a wildly panned movie, so I will definitely check it out. I did like the first 2, as I mentioned in another podcast episode. That I am looking forward to seeing the ending of this trilogy. And obviously, finally, Wicked, number 1 at $150 million. Now, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this movie, and again, I can't speak to it because I haven't seen it, so I will try to see this before the end of the year. I will say, though, I have been watching a lot of 2025 films that happened at the beginning of the year. I was thinking about doing a watch or skip one, but I'm thinking I might pass on that. What do you guys think? Should I do that? Like I said, I've seen a boatload of movies now from 2025, and obviously I've got to collect, my top 25 of the year, and maybe some sub-genres. I'm not entirely sure yet. But I have seen some good ones. There hasn't been many bad ones I've seen. So I've luckily have been picking winners in that regard. So again, I can do a skip and watch one. That's up to you guys. Let me know in the comments down below. All right, let us get into what is coming out this week. So obviously, I usually do this post for Wednesday, and I didn't get around to it, and I figured it's Thanksgiving, might as well just do a Thanksgiving Day one. People will be around, so hopefully you guys are watching this and liking or telling friends and family who are movie buffs to maybe subscribe and like my channel. I know, shameless plug. But as of yesterday, a German film called The Secret Alert came out, and it is in small time release. We have Chainsaws Were Singing. This is a horror comedy musical. It's crazy. It's just as you would think it is. One of these kind of B-ish movies with a guy who runs around with a chainsaw, and it just looks so silly. On Netflix, Jingle Bell Heist. Olivia Holt is in this film, opposite Connor Swindles. These are 2 hardworking hourly employees who come up with an idea to rob a posh London department store. It's also kind of a rom-com kind of thing. So Olivia Holt seems to be in this weird typecasting, if you would. I think at the beginning of the year with Hard Eyes. She was also in another movie this year, also kind of a rom-com, and this one seems to be the same thing from Netflix. So again, there's not a lot out this week. One, because it is Thanksgiving week, a lot of people traveling. Wicked came out last weekend. There wasn't going to be any real big jolt, up against it. You also had Stranger Things. The Duffer Brothers knew, hey, let's drop the first part, 4-parter, right on Thanksgiving. So here on the East Coast, obviously, it dropped last night at 8 p.m. So again, I can't wait to review it. Also dropped yesterday, Zootopia 2. So another one in the long line of sequels that waited a long time to come out. This has so many voice actors, and a couple of wrestlers playing uh, roles in this as well. Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Just because Thanksgiving is usually, for wrestling fans, it's usually Survivor Series. When I was a kid, Survivor Series used to be on Thanksgiving, so you would have, your uh, one football game, because usually it was just one, and one or two, I don't remember exactly, but you would have your football games, your dinner, and then sit down in front of the pay-per-view and watch wrestling. So that's why I mentioned the two of them, because this weekend on Saturday, wrestling has a Survivor Series with big name headlines. So that leaves tomorrow, Friday. We have a few movies, all in very small release. Again, not to come out against Wicked. Again, when you have a movie with that big a hype and around a holiday weekend, you usually don't get, um, you know, another one thrown in behind it. It just won't work. But if I had to guess right now, the weekend box office would probably look like Wicked, Zootopia 2, maybe Predator Badlands. I would hope Rental Family would still be in there. Um, but again, things you don't know. In small release, we got Tinseltown. A washed up Hollywood actor takes a starring role in a small English village Christmas pageant. With help from the straight talking choreographer and quirky cast, he embraces the holiday spirit and reconnects with his estranged daughter. Kiefer Sutherland stars in this, and Rebel Wilson, so it looks hilarious. Rebel Wilson is so funny. Um, Bride Wars is one of the movies I did see. Again, I'm trying to collect as many 2025 films. I'm also trying to go through Rotten Tomatoes and other websites um, with their top 25 or top 100, just to kind of cross-reference what I've seen and what I should see, and get a better last episode of the year when I do my finale of top 2025. I will say though that when I do that episode, it is kind of funny what I had listed for most anticipated and stuff, and where everything kind of sat, and then to see possibly some of those movies not even making the top 25, and I know a few off the top of my head. So and then you have a few documentaries. You have The Tale of Slillian. This is a foreign documentary all about Macedonian folklore. So documentaries have been huge all year long. So maybe I'll do a whole category of documentaries I've seen so far this year. BLK NWS Terms and Conditions documentary. It's basically a cinematographic experience to mirror the sonic textures of a music album. So if you're into music and stuff, this would be a documentary for you, and how the music helps the cinematic experience. And then in Palestine movie, Palestinian movie, All That's Left of You. So again, small release. And then one movie that I am interested in, and I'm going to probably hope to see it. unless it becomes on demand first. But The Thing with Feathers, and this was on my list of movies for November that I wanted to see. This is the Benedict Cumberbatch movie, where he is father of two, struggling with his wife's death, and he invents this bird-like figure. I think Birdman, with Michael Keaton back in the day. This one is a little bit more darker than that one, but it looks good. Anything Benedict Cumberbatch does, I will watch. So that is it, really. Movies that, again, for Thanksgiving, I hope that everyone has a very good Thanksgiving. Let us look at a few right here. Pieces of April with Katie Holmes back in the day. The Ice Storm is another one. You've got Hannah and Her Sisters. And you have, obviously, the best one is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So if you see one movie with your family, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's a comedy. It's so good. I know I mentioned it in the John Candy episode that I did. So, and again, it's hard to... and a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I mean, how could you go wrong with, Charlie Brown? But again, Thanksgiving-themed movies, there's not a lot of them. Usually, when I looked at this list, a lot of them were Christmassy movies that had elements of Thanksgiving in it, or anything that had Thanksgiving ties. Like, for example, on this list is Spider-Man. They had Thanksgiving dinner together, but it wasn't Thanksgiving themed. Like, it wasn't that. It had themes of it. So, again, this is kind of one of those holidays. Now, I worked in retail for so long. It's one of those holidays that just kind of gets brushed over. It's more a food one. There's not a lot of decorations. When we go from, or when we used to go from, back to school to Halloween, and then Christmas was right there. And then you had a little bit of fall harvest, which was either Halloween or Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and it's just Christmas blitz. I do not miss that at all. Thank God for my job at Plainridge. So thank you. Also, if you haven't checked out Jennifer's Queen Malvalia, she's only got 3 episodes left of season 8. I am so happy for her for winning all those awards. Go check it out. She is brilliant. And that's all, folks. I hope that you all have a good Thanksgiving, and next week I will try to have a lot of stuff out there, and definitely my Stranger Things. And again, I usually wait till all of it clears, but with the amount of time in between the whole episodes, I think it's probably easier to do that and then maybe do a recap show before that. I know a lot of people or Netflix also did recap shows to make sure that everybody was up to date. Well, if you're a Stranger Things fan, you know where you're at. So, I will see you all at the movies. Happy holidays.
You like that, baby? Let him know where I came from, yeah!
See you next time. Bye.
Waiting for you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
That's all, folks.